Make do with what I got here. Good evening. I tell you, I'm glad I didn't come after Sam and Elliot to tell back to follow me. The rest of you are good too. This is an original poem. That's all I do. I have one up there. It's been for centuries up here on the bulletin board. I'm here to read it sometime. This one's called The War. And for the youth, I have a question for you at the end. Why did I call it The War? Ava takes you down to a place in the garden. You can see the fruit shining. It shines that way forever. And you know that she's already been taken and played like a fiddle. And she feeds you apples and tall tales that come all the way from Sheol. And just when you want to tell her that you wish not to partake, she gets inside your mind and lets you know for certain she is bone of your bone. And you know for sure you love her, and you know this love is blind. And you think that maybe you will follow, because her music, like sirens, begs you to her call. Now the player is a deceiver. He crawls across your path. You can hear his sirens howling. You can see his holographic light. And he entices you with flavors that appeal to your taste. And he shows you all the riches of kingdoms he will give you for a price. And just when you think you want to tell him that you have no want, he takes you inside his holograph and shows you fantasies and rhymes, while he tells you there is no harm. And you think maybe you will follow, and you think you'll follow blind, and you think that you might trust him because he sold you a perfect tale while he steals away your soul. Ava takes your hand and you run down among the willows. You see that you are naked and you make like a tree and you leave. And you think that maybe you're half crazy and you want to run for cover. And she sews you some trappings you think will hide away your shame. And just when you think maybe you made way your escape, a voice gets on your wavelength. He lets the silence answer. There are no depths for you to go. And you think maybe you are forsaken. You think you're marked for dead. And you think it will be forever because he stripped you from paradise. You're drowning and forlorn. Now Cain stripped Abel down among the thorns. You can see the blood-stained markings. You can see the mark upon his head. And you know that he'll keep running. And he'll run to beat the sun. And you know that all men are forsaken till the sun melts into the sea. There are battles in the shadows. There are children in the streets. They are fighting for redemption. They are destined to the war. And the bell that tolls for them all. And you think maybe you'll go under. And you think maybe you'll go blind. You think maybe you're left to wander because you've seen the cards the player has laid upon your table. Now, Jesus was the answer when he walked upon the water. You could see the storms come silent. You could hear him call the wind. And you know you want to follow and take that step upon the sea. And he tells you all you need is faith, but you only see the storm. And Jesus, he knew for certain that all men were drowning. But he himself was made forsaken and slain across that ragged tree until the sky itself would open. And you want to follow with him, and you want to follow blind. And you think maybe you'll trust him because he's touched your heart and soul with his blood-stained hands. And Jesus takes you down to a place in the river. You can see his glory shining. You can touch the emerald sea. And he rides his white horse. He rides with sword and scroll and word. And he calls out the player's bluff with his naked queen in hand. And he trumps him with the card of aces, long hidden from his view. While the lion melts the queen of winter in the fire for the lyre down upon the stone table broken.